you ain't scared of your dreams, then your dreams ain't big enough. We teaching the youngins and they say, man, that's really tough. Each one teach one, so you can't blame me for all the looting and riots that's going on in the streets.
What if I could prove to you 100% that Donald Trump and Russia are working together?
I know it's happening, but go ahead. Hit us with some.
Well, so remember the Alaska summit?
Mm-hmm.
So remember the Alaska summit, Trump and them, and then immediately after the Alaska summit, Russia throws missiles into Ukraine, and Trump's like, how dare you, Putin?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it kind of diverged from that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you know right at the Alaska summit, Russia, through a company known as Arctic LNG, a Russian-controlled company, moved billions of barrels of oil out of their pipelines and into the seafaring oil tankers. This is August 2025. Those tankers have sat out at sea with no buyers since that time.
Wow.
So last week, the Straits of Hormuz shut down. Oil prices skyrocketed up, right? Well, what happened? Donald Trump comes in, him and Scott Bessent, and they eliminate certain sanctions on Russian oil. Well, guess what Russian oil was eliminated? Any seafaring oil that is already out to sea. Happened to be about 120 million barrels, which then brought the oil prices back down.
Right.
Almost like that was planned and coordinated exactly for that moment. Why would Vladimir Putin put all of those barrels of oils out in the middle of the ocean and just let them sit there? Because he knew what was about to happen with Iran.
Yeah.
And who's Russia's biggest enemy right now? He just named them, the United Kingdom. Who controls the Ayatollah Khomeini, or the new Mashoba Khomeini? Who controls him? The UK. How do we know this? So Ali Khamenei owned $48 billion, had a net worth of $48 billion. This includes real estate all around the world, okay? His son was a bit of a real estate mogul. His son was financing real estate all throughout Europe with Israeli bankers' money. What? Not only that, with London bankers' money. Khomeini's son was moving money through London banks to the Isle of Man, where he kept it in surrogate British banking infrastructure. In other words, these are controlled intelligence assets. And when your enemy is the UK, and Donald Trump came out and said last week, our former enemy, or our former ally, the United Kingdom, right? So now you have Russia saying that their enemies, the United Kingdom. Then you have Donald Trump saying our former ally, the United Kingdom. And what happened today? Donald Trump put out a call to all the nations of the world and said, hey, can any of you guys bring your Navy in here and help us escort through the Straits of Hormuz? What did NATO say? No, not our war. Well, guess what? That was the last chance that Donald Trump was giving NATO. That was it. That was Europe's last chance. And he knew they were going to say no because they have an interest of keeping it closed because it rises prices. I mean, Lloyd's of London shut off all the insurance going through the Straits of Hormuz 4 days ago. Then what happened? DC comes out and says, hey, we're going to cover all the insurance for ships to go through. Lloyd's of London immediately reversed and said, oh, we will do it too. Well, why is that? Because they control the energy corridor and sector. Not anymore. Trump just freed Iran of this British intelligence burden.
Right.
Stress. If you ain't stressing, you ain't learning lessons.
Learning lessons while I'm stressing.
Stress. If you ain't stressing, you ain't learning lessons.
Learning lessons. Learning lessons.
Stress.